Today, I would like to share with you the Dharma in the oil refinery. People certainly associate science with Buddhism. Trained as a chemical engineer, I have always been fascinated by how scientific Buddhism can be. In these sections, I would like to invite you to join me on my fantasy adventure of being crude oil. Imagine I have been sleeping in my deposit bed beneath the surface for thousands of years. I was once a plant. My world changed when the climate changed. I went through cycle of death and regenerations in the wetland of Canadian boreal forests of the Athabasca oil sands basin. When I woke up, I found myself being piped across the Canadian Paris to Sarnia, Ontario. I soon realized my new identity, form, and values as crude oil. Through the refining processes, I was transformed from crude oil to variable products such as fuel, reagents for plastic, pesticides, and pharmaceuticals, as well as solvent. In Buddhist practice, patience is nurtured to detach the worldly self from one's own view, desire, ignorance, and possessions. These are three levels of patience, namely ordinary patience, Dharma patience, and non-arising Dharma's patience. The ordinary patience is a surviving tool to endure ups and downs in life. The Dharma patience is a second level of the ability to discipline, adjust, adapt, and understand the causes and conditions behind every reasoning. The third level is patience from non-arising Dharma, where there is no concept of patience being perceived, since all Dharma inherently neither arise nor extinguish. As crude oil, I have to be very patient and be non-self. Non-self is another Buddhist concept, which means all phenomena in this universe do not have a substantial existence. All phenomena exist as causes and conditions comes together. All phenomena extinguish when these causes and conditions disintegrate. My first level of ordinary patience as crude oil was seen as I went through the mining, piping, and storage stages. I was ready to enter the distillation column. I was prepared to be separated into different factions. I knew in theory that I had changed from an ancient plant to a fossil fuel and would further deny self by being distillated into different parts. I had to let go of my role form, yet it was easier said than done. I was flushed over the top. There were the part of me having longer hydrocarbon change that was stubborn and much attached to self, left in the bottom floor. Crude oil would not be found anywhere. My second level of Dharma patience was tested in the cracking unit. I could understand why I had to endure higher temperature and react under those tough conditions. The more I let go of my crude oil self, the more unstable, variable, and lighter I am becoming. Sometimes I choke and deposit residue coke. I came around fast because I know that my flexibility and patience are keys to my own success. I quickly learned that there is no difference in the essence of substance. Crude oil and fuel oils are carbon changes. I learned that patience is a variable virtue. The higher level of patience come as one endure. Different parts of me are blended to make useful and profitable fuel. I cannot recognize myself anymore. I look different and smell different. Once I was a crude oil, I have since been refined and ready to be traded in the non-renewable commodity world market. My highest level of patience was embedded when I would now be burning down into CO2 and H2O, carbon dioxide and water. The Buddha explained that all Dharma inherently neither arise nor extinguish. I finally understood. We may come into existence in different form, crude oil, fuel. Yet, in essence, are we not all made of carbon, oxygens, and hydrogen? This was my fantasy adventures of being crude oil from my reservoir and now back as carbon to the earth. Venerable Master Xing Yun once said each time his patience is being challenged, his cultivation has accelerated by 5 years. I also have benefit now as I learn from being patient and non-self. I learn to be respectful of the others and the nature because each has a purpose in life. 阿弥陀佛。